You've got to be kidding me, guys. The graveyard was already one of the best win conditions in the game, and they accidentally buffed it in the last set of balance changes. There's 48 people running it right now inside of the top 200. It's currently first in the world, second in the world, and third in the world, guys. Absolute insanity. What happened is, guys, they tried to give it basically a rework where they changed the path finding for the graveyard essentially to make it more predictable. But what they did is, guys, they added an extra skeleton, and that extra skeleton made it, well, definitely a little bit too strong. And also they spawn so close to the tower now that in so many scenarios it just winds up doing so much more damage. What also really helped the graveyard out, guys, is the fact that the giant skeleton pairs very well with the graveyard, of course, and that got a buff in the last set of balance changes as well. So now you have these kinds of graveyard decks just being so strong and just running rampant right now in the meta. And I would say, guys, without a doubt, the graveyard is the best win condition in the game right now for sure, and probably the most broken card, and just quite frankly needs a nerf. So we'll go for a snowball here. By the way, guys, Gob Curse enthusiasts might like this deck. It does have the Goblin Curse in it because it does pair very well with the graveyard. So people do like to run it in this specific deck here. And those Royal Hogs got a lot of damage. I have to say that got way more damage than I was anticipating. And this guy might even... Okay, let's just go Furnace in the back and we'll see what he does. He goes Musketeer. We can definitely come back, though, because the poison doesn't even counter the graveyard that much anymore after the rework. That's how good it is, guys. It's absolutely insane. So we'll just go Giant Skeleton in the back here, and he just Skeletons to protect. The Furnace guy's also got a buff, which happens to pair very well in Graveyard as well. So it's just pretty crazy, guys, how many cards in Graveyard in and of itself got a buff besides just the Graveyard, which makes the buff Graveyard got even more amplified, essentially. So we'll just go in for a Graveyard here. He's probably going to get a Poison going, but this should still be pretty good. In my opinion, he's probably going to have a pretty difficult time defending this. Yeah, he goes in for a Poison, but he still has this Giant Skeleton to deal with. We'll just go Furnace here and see if we can get some pressure going. Yeah, the Furnace locks on the tower. He's probably going to go for a delivery as soon as he can, but the damage was already dealt. He missed the delivery, guys. Massive mistake over there. He missed the delivery, and as a result, guys, look at how much damage that Furnace got on his tower. So we'll just go in for the Gob Hut here, and it's so annoying that Pig, it like bypasses because it's flying. The pathing of it is different. It's so weird, but we can just go in for a Graveyard here, guys, and we'll get a Snowball going, and then we'll also get a Curse going here as well, guys, and hopefully we can get a lot of damage. Look at this, guys. Oh my gosh, is the Graveyard broken? What the heck did I just witness, guys? That is insanely broken. Probably want to go Zappies here to just get rid of this Ghost if we can. Going for a Berserker here, and he is going to get the Cannon down. Honestly, I'm not going to lie, guys, the Musketeer, I feel like after the nerf, now that the turret takes a whole second longer to spawn, I feel like it's drastically worse. It's far from dead, but I would say it's going to be very balanced now and probably going to be on par with things like the Hero Giant, which you kind of saw that match. Like, you're never going to not be able to react to it now, which I think was one of the biggest problems before. Just they could always go for it, and you'd have to predict it essentially if they were going to do it or not, because unless you're, you know, you have lightning speed reaction time, you're just not going to be able to get it down. So we're against Julie here. This guy often runs 3 Musketeers. This is actually an OG player. I think he came back to the game recently, actually, guys, but he normally runs the 3 Musketeers, and I think we can just go ahead and Gob Hut here. I don't know if Gob Hut was a better play or going in for the maybe the Zappies, because both of them are a good counter to the Hut, but I feel like maybe the Gob Hut is just a little bit better, but it probably really depends. Either way, though, guys, I think we can just get a Giant Skeleton going in the back here, and he might go Pump or something soon. I guess we'll see. No, he goes Defensive Miner. If he goes in for a Pump, we just have to try to go all in, and we do have the Curse and the Snowball against some of his Swarm cards, which is really solid. I guess, guys, we could probably just split the Zappies here, and then let's go in for a Graveyard and see what he does. I think this should be decent. Let's see what happens here. He's going to go in for an Ice Golem, which is not going to defend the Graveyard hardly at all. Oh my gosh, is the Graveyard broken? Do you guys see this? Oh my gosh, is that broken? That's like disgustingly broken, I'm not gonna lie. Like, the Graveyard is so busted now, it's ridiculous. I think what we should actually do, guys, is go in for a Furnace in the back, because at this point we don't really want to snowball, I don't think, the collector, although we could do it now. Actually, I changed my mind. Let's go giant skeleton, same lane as the two musketeers. That should be decent. And then we'll see from here what he wants to do. He is going to go in for a ghost. Once this connects, we probably can get a curse going here. Wait, that does get targeted. Okay, we are going to be able to save the tower. I mean, that defense was a little sloppy, I'm not going to lie, but we're in double elixir now, so I think we should be able to hopefully defend without a major issue. Nice little snowball over there as well, guys. And he doesn't have his Evo Ghost in cycle, so I'm feeling really confident overall with this defense over here. In fact, we could just giant skeleton this lane of the two musketeers and get, I guess, sappies going here on top of the battle ram, which should be solid. And he is going to go in for a miner, so let's get a snowball going here. And then maybe a curse. Hopefully we can save the tower. Those barbarians are going to get a lot of damage, but he's not quite going to get the tower, guys. And if we just hold on for 20 more seconds, we're looking really good here at this point. We could just go, I guess, zappies here to try to slow everything down. The three musketeers are kind of going to be stuck for a while. Let's just go berserker here. Let's get a gob hut going this way. We just go in for the Evo snowball to throw everything back. And there we go, guys. That is going to be a pretty easy win over there. I don't even know what that matchup is. We had a very lucky start. Without a doubt, guys, definitely the graveyard being reworked, if that's even what you want to call it, a rework, because apparently that's what they call it. But clearly we all see it was a buff, guys, and I don't even know if this card is going to be emergency nerf before the season ends. I guess only time will tell, so we'll see what happens, guys. So here we go. We can just cycle a snowball here to start things off, and he's going to go Ice Golem in the back. I guess we could just Berserker, same lane. It's probably like 2.6 or... Okay, well, with the Lumberjack, it's probably going to be a balloon deck. So let's just do this, and let's see what he does here. Ooh, he is going to go in for a balloon. Let's get a Gob Curse going, and then we need to snowball this balloon back. And that actually is going to defend it really nicely. So the snowball is kind of going to be the MVP in this match, I'm not going to lie. The snowball, as well as the zappies, the gob hut is also going to be very helpful as well. I think single's actually going to be kind of hard, but if we survive single elixir, we'll be looking really good. We also need to go in for the curse and the snowball on his minions, because we have to do that every time if we go in graveyard, because that's pretty much the only way we're going to get damage, and that also is pretty much the only counter he has to the graveyard as well. So we definitely need to make sure we're doing that. Berserker there. I think we could probably just go in for zappies here, and then we'll see what he wants to do, and then we can just get a hut down once he goes in, potentially, if he does go in. No, he's just going to log. Let's see, maybe Giant Skeleton in the back here, because we have our Evo Snow in cycle, so if he wants to go other lane, we can just go Evolve Snowball and throw it back, so we would be completely fine in that sense. I think here we could just go in for a Gob Hut, and yeah, he is going to go in for his balloon, so hopefully we are going to be able to defend this here. Let's just get an Evo Snow here, no messing around, throw that all backwards. Balloon is going to go in front, and as you guys can see, the Giant Skeleton is going to reach the tower because he kind of overspent there. And we were able to capitalize off of that. So we're looking really good here. We actually could potentially go in now that his minions are out of cycle. Yeah, let's go ahead and do that. Perfect timing as well, because he just went in for a... what was I going to say? Okay, well, he is going to defend, but he had to spend a lot of elixir, and we still got a little bit of damage, so I'll take it. We're looking really good now at this point. Pretty much we just need to have good defense, and we should hopefully be fine. We'll just split the zappies here. And he's going to balloon in the back. Very interesting. We can pre-place the Gob Hut, even if he does have the... I think he's got the Evo Musk, but honestly, that's fine, because we can just cycle to another Gob Hut. And, well, even better yet, let's just go in for the Furnace. The Broken Furnace that got a buff. Let's go, guys. And without him having the Miner, this match is honestly, I would say, quite easy overall. We'll get Zappies going over here, and then once again, let's go in for this. Let's go in for a Curse here. And we'll get some goblins going, hopefully, and we'll go in for a Berserker on top of the Musketeer. That balloon hopefully does not get a connection. Oh my gosh, that was close. It did not get a connection, though. We got to be careful because we are kind of overspending a bit, I feel like, on defense. That Zappy is going to connect, which is pretty cool. I guess here we can just go Giant Skeleton to protect, and if he goes other lane, we have the Zappies at the ready, and hopefully we can stop this. We'll go in for the Gob Hut here to pull the balloon, and we might need to... Wait, let's just go Graveyard here. I think we pretty much got this. I don't think there's any way he's going to be able to defend this. Yeah, as you guys can see, Graveyard's coming in, Snowball coming in as well, guys, and that is going to be GG, guys. Graveyard super duper broken, as you can clearly tell. That is going to do it for the video. If you guys enjoyed the video, be sure to give it a like and subscribe. You can use the credit code BOSS to support me in any Supercell game, and thanks again until next time, guys.